kinds of business owners, from restaurants to beauty to financial side. We are looking for it all. Hello, welcome back to Tears to Purpose Real Talk. I am your host, Elder Lakia Barnett, and this is
Mrs. Hubbard. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Once again, we're glad to have you.
We are back. So do us a favor and share this down your timeline to all your family and friends and let them know that Tears to Purpose Real Talk is back on. Okay, Miss Hubbard. Yes. Now. Are you excited about Valentine's Day?
Not really. Not really.
Did you say not really?
I'm excited as far as what we having on for Tears to Purpose. I'm excited about that, but Valentine's Day, that's every day.
Exactly. Those for all these newbies that don't know no better. It's okay. I mean, I think Valentine's Day is good, but Valentine's Day is kind of every day, right? Like it ain't no Pacific Day where the husbands and the wives need to give gifts. That's what the world says, but you know.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. But I am excited about this Valentine's Day because we have our first summit coming up with singles and married folk. 2 days on February 11th and 12th. You guys started at 7 p.m. Friday is all about the singles. We have two awesome dynamic speakers coming in to rock the house about being single and being holy. So y'all look. If y'all want to know about that, y'all gonna have to get in my inbox so you can get the link or email me at barnettlakia@gmail.com. It's gonna be phenomenal. Awesome. So we are excited about that. But today we are excited about our guest, Dr. Sheila True Love. Hello. And Mr. Ja'Cory Wiley that's going to come on this show and give us all their business about what they've been doing as an author and business people, you know, all the stuff they got their hands in. So, but before we bring her up, let's get with this clip.
Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above all rubies. What woman in their right mind can honestly live up to these ridiculous standards? Certainly not this one.
Who can find a virtuous woman? See, I thought I was one. So, how did we get here?
Once you put anything before God, all hell breaks loose.
Oh, don't check me.
All right, that's enough.
Get ready.
Go on in there. Cry to God.
Are you okay?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
We have to be that man in order for them to be that woman.
Tell me you didn't just gamble away all my money, Anthony.
God saved Ant's life.
Please help me through this.
What if you were already the husband I needed? Excuse you.
I'm sorry.
Say it again.
But why did Aunt do nothing about it?
Trust me, Aunt's gonna take care of that.
I just want you to see what you got to look forward to.
What a waste of time.
You do it. Move. Hey.
I'm angry at myself for allowing you to change me into this monster.
This is your mess. You clean it up.
You made this bed, now you sleep in it.
Are you gonna leave? Or do I need to shoot you in your knee?
Who can find a virtuous woman?
Who can find a virtuous woman?
For her price is far above all rubies.
The heart of her husband, do be trusting her.
So that he shall have no need of sport.
She do him good all the days of her life.
Okay, shout out to Jamel Jones from Indiana. He is the bomb.com with film producing. And he was a guest on our show last year, him and his beautiful wife. You guys make sure you go support them. That actual movie is actually on Amazon right now. As we speak, it is a must see. You must go to Amazon Prime so that you can see that movie. So it's no excuse. It's out now. So you can go and watch it on Amazon Prime. So shout out to Jamel and his lovely wife. And we're going to hopefully get them back on the show to see how they've been doing since we've last talked to them last year. So super dope. So why don't we just go ahead and bring up our guest, one of our guests. Hi, Dr. Sheila.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are so glad to have you here on Tears to Purpose Real Talk. Uh-oh.
Y'all bear with us. You know how this technology stuff goes.
Yep. So let's see if we can try to get her back on here. There she is. Okay, there you are.
Okay, yay.
Okay. So we are so glad to have you on.
Yes.
I am. Hey guys, I'm moving because I have one bar, like literally one bar. So I'm like, my signal is crazy. If I go this way, I can get two. If I go this way, so I hope if you can give me some type of signal, like we can't hear you or something.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Hello. Okay. Hi, I'm Dr. Sheila Truelove, and I am so excited about being on with you guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and just share my platform, my heart's desire of creating winners, especially in our children. So that's what I'm going to talk about today.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna turn you over to Miss Hubbard, and we're gonna go ahead and get your interview started. She ready to rock and roll.
Yes. Welcome once again, Dr. Sheila. We're going to ask you to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your story.
Hi, okay, I'm Dr. Sheila Truelove. I am author of a children's book called I Can Win. I'm a single mom of three 13-year-old twins and a 14-year-old son. I have been a single parent since 2010, so a long time. I'm also an educator. I have been in the field of special education for 17 years. 3 of those years I did teach at post-secondary level, but writing has always been my go-to thing. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So my first question is, okay, you have 3 children. That's a lot. Set of twins, which is 13 and a 14-year-old. You're in that teenage years. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna pray for you. Because I know how that is. But you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Okay.
So my first question is, you're welcome. You'll get through it. What inspired you to write children's books?
My children actually were my inspiration. Actually being a single mom, it was a lot of things that we did not have. And my parents were divorced when I was 13. And I just remember my mom working 2 jobs, and we really just didn't have a lot. But I didn't understand it, the dynamics of it.
Mm-hmm.
And once I became a single parent, which I said, oh God, that'll never happen to me. It did. And so my children, I kind of had to figure out a way to give them something. And God really dealt with me about giving them, like, don't stress out about the tangible stuff that you can't give them. I need you to fill them with positivity. I need you to fill them with my love. Give them words, give them hope, give them encouraging things. You might not can go buy a $200 pair of shoes, or even at that time, a $50 pair of shoes. The struggle's real.
Right.
So, but I can give them hope. I can teach them the power of their words. So I just started when they were like 3 and 4 saying, just look in the mirror. I'm beautiful. I'm full of confidence. I'm successful. I am
Yes, yes.
smart. And it kind of started out. I still have the broken piece of board that I wrote it on. That's what really inspired me, because I was like, if they have the confidence they need, it doesn't matter if they have on Nikes or Walmart shoes, they're gonna rock it,
That's
whatever
right.
it is. So
That's right.
that, yeah. So
Mhm.
that was the inspiration, because I'm like, some things I can't give you, but this I can give you. And then I never had that as a child, so I wanted to, I've just been praying like, what can I, God, help me, give me something. So he just gave me the words, and I was so inspired just by seeing them, really take it in. So that was my inspiration, the kiddos.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So how long you been teaching?
I've been teaching 17 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah. So
And
it was it's been a road, but teaching is what I would say one of the jobs that I would go to broke, and I have a lot of days, especially when I first started. But
yeah.
I remember borrowing gas money to get to work, or my coworker picking me up. Like, I can't get to work. First year teaching, that's a real thing. And I was single, so. But yeah, I've been teaching 17 years now.
Okay, but God's been with you all the way.
The whole time, and it wasn't consecutive. I stopped a little while thinking, and I started out in education, and my way of even getting in it was so God ordained. I didn't grow up saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be a teacher. I'm gonna go to school." I didn't. Like I said, I came up from a single parent, so no, I was the first one in my family to go to college. So I didn't really have anybody around me to kind of like say to guide me. But I just kind of happenstance into it. And I say that because along the way, God has always given me favor. And that's one of the declarations I say, God has given me favor with God and man. And my children say it too. Therefore, everywhere I go, I expect great things and great news. So through my journey, going to college, working 2 jobs the whole time, just, making it with loans, because again, didn't have that preparation. And I worked at a mental health school for special needs kids, Glenwood Mental Health, shout out, with children with autism. And I always in college had to work overnight because I had to go to school in the daytime. So I either work 6:30 p to 6:30 a and get up and go to class, or I work 9:30 at night to 9:30 in the morning, get up and go to class. Just doing it because again, I didn't have the foundation of preparation for college. So here I am looking at everybody like, oh, your mom and dad come here? Oh, y'all saved for college? Like I'm working my tail off. But anyway, in the midst of all that, I used to have to supervise people that were in school for education. And I did get my degree in psychology. So one of the professors was like, you should be teaching in public school. And I'm just like, how? Like, I don't know that route. I never thought about it. I was content working there. But she did. She mentored me and got me into the school system, the non-traditional way. And through the years, I had just gotten favor. And I ended up leaving teaching and getting a master's degree in business because I said, oh my gosh, I don't want to just teach. And God led me back. I did that for a year. And then I went back to education, finished my PhD, and here I am back in K-12.
Yeah. So like I said before, God was with you all the time. He was leading you and guiding you. And like you said, giving you favor to go through these different doors and get what you needed to be where you are today. So we thank God for that.
Yes. God gets all the glory, all of it.
That's right. That's right. Nobody but him.
Nobody but him. Because people like, oh, you got this. And I'm like, you read the bios and I'm like, y'all don't know what I was going through. I had a sister that was living with me that was on drugs. That was back and forth. I took custody of my niece. I didn't have a car. My car was repoed. I was working for, I could just go on and on. But the resiliency of, okay, you're not going to stop, And even just to backtrack a little bit, in high school, I was in juvenile my senior year. I almost didn't even get my high school diploma, let alone here I am today with a PhD, and nothing but God. Nothing but God. I'm telling you. So that's why I tell people, no matter what, you can make it. You're gonna win. And
that's good. You're a great inspiration. I thank you. I had another question, but I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it over to Elder because I know she has some questions for you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
So, Dr. Sheila, I see that you said you're on a mission to create winners and winning mindset. So, how do you do that?
Listen, the biggest inspiration, the biggest impact, the biggest chili, it is yourself. Like what you tell yourself is so powerful. So my mission that I'm on to create winners is simply to teach people, you tell yourself, believe in you. You know, I'm gonna show you how to win, because when your mindset is right, you can do anything. It doesn't matter what anybody else say. What you say about yourself, what comes out of your mouth. And we learn this, you know, in the word, life and death in your tongue. You know, speak life, speak things that be not as though they were. But we don't ever tell our children that. You know, it's some of us getting this at 40 and 50, 60 years old. Oh, I need to change the way I talk and think. But my mission is, you know, if I teach you this early, if I give you the biggest tool that you have, which is your mouth and your belief system, using your weapon of your mouth to change your mindset, that's all. You winning. You are going to win in any situation. You can make it through. I would tell anybody today, standing with a PhD, when I had to get food stamps, that was way more important. My EBT card was way more important than that doggone doctorate degree. But guess what? It took a mindset, because the enemy was like, "Oh, look at you." I'm like, "Oh no, I'm still winning." Mindset is everything, because situations will make you come down. But my mission is simply to teach our youth at an early age, life and death are in your tongue. It doesn't matter if you are. I can't do it. And I don't believe in periods at all. I know it's part of the vocabulary, you know, the English. But you know, when you're speaking, it's like, I can't do that. Period. No, I can't do that yet, but I'm learning. You know, it's hard. That's hard. I won't ever be. It may be hard now, but I'm gonna keep doing it. It's always a comma, a but, a and, a yet. You know, a redo. So that's my mission. Like, use these words to your advantage and watch how you build yourself up, and in the process, you're gonna win, because you're not gonna give up no matter what come your way. So that's my mission.
There you go.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. I like that. And I like how you re-emphasize, hey, the power is in the tongue, and it is. What you say, you will see. I said, if you don't want to see it, don't you say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. So also tell us about you being a nonprofit consultant. I think that's very interesting, for one, because there's a lot of nonprofits out here. You see my hand? Like, tell us how you can help, because having a nonprofit is not easy. People don't understand that. Like, it's not easy having a nonprofit at all, especially when you're looking for funding and things like that.
Okay, so from the nonprofit side, what normally happens is we have our passions and we go at it, but we don't have the structure or the infrastructure in place to for the longevity of carrying out our programs. So what I do on the nonprofit side is I take you through the steps of, okay, first of all, and some people work backwards. I get this all the time. Can I get a grant? Can I get a grant? Hey, I do this. Can I get a grant? Well, what's your structure? What's your organization? Let's set up your infrastructure so that you can receive funding and prepare that. So, and going back to what I do is I take you through the 10 steps of forming your nonprofit, creating your vision and your mission, as it relates to the funding part, going through private funding versus public funding, preparing you through the different stages of getting funding. So when people ask me, "Oh, do you write a grant?" I've written grants. I've been successful with getting money. I also do program evaluations. I'm real big on a POA, and a lot of us, that's my acronym for Plan of Action. Even for your nonprofit, you have got to know where we're going in 3 months, where we're going in 6 months, where we're going in a year, 2 years down the road, and then let's look at our funding. You have to have a funding plan as well, because you don't want to have this great, wonderful program for a year and then you lose it in the community, or you get one. So, and you never want to have. I talk about the different ways you can keep funding coming in, and the different, like I said, funding sources, and just the plan of how you're going to get there. Because coming out, you're not going to get a federal grant. You know, if you're a brand new startup, as a even. Okay, sorry. So you really want to have, I put you in a position, you prepare your organization with a plan in place, with the resources to help you get to what those stages are. I usually do a 3-year plan, like take it back. You know, I want to own 2 buildings, and I want to run an after school program, and I want to do job training.
Can't hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you now.
You hear me? Okay, what part did you hear? The last part, because I don't want to.
You were talking about that. I heard after school programs, like 3-year plan. 3-year plan.
Yeah, the 3-year plan for your long term. Because, like I said, initially you may not get a building in year 1 or the first 6 months. But if that's your ultimate goal, then we need to plan for that, and I help you set that up.
Okay.
Did I answer you?
Yes, absolutely. So you explained to us about what you did concerning the consulting, and which is really good. Because again, a lot of people are birthing out nonprofits and really don't know where to start or how to start when dealing with funding. So that's always a great thing. So can you let us know where your books and things can be purchased at? If they wanted to connect with you after this, where could you find these things?
Okay, so the book can be found. It can be found, of course, on Amazon, Walmart.com. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, BooksAMillion.com. Several Christian resources are on there. And also my website, DrSheilaTrueLove.com, and it's SHELIA. And also going back to what you asked me about the nonprofit, I'm also going to be doing a training class on fundamentals of grant writing. The first part is the basics, and I'll talk about, it's going to be a 2-class part. And I'll talk about how to look your infrastructure. And you can go to my website and sign up for that as well. And you can Google me, follow me on Instagram, Dr. Sheila True Love. Look at, just find me. Life of a Single Mom, all of it. Just Google me.
So, I love that you express very openly about you being a single mother and still finding time to create all that you have created. So that's really, really, I think, is very motivational to a lot of single mothers that may be watching or will watch and say, you know what, if she did it, I can do it. Because everybody tries to put segmentation on the single parents and think that they can't accomplish anything. And that is a lie. So, and clearly you're doing it. So we blessed you for even coming on here and sharing some of your story and sharing, just being a single mom and how you're balancing all of this, because you seem to be doing it well. I know it's not easy, but you seem to be doing it well. So do you want to drop a little encouragement to the single mothers and single parents that may be watching right now? Just drop a little encouragement.
Yes. I'm coming for you, single mom. Look, she said it so eloquent, like you make it look so well. But God, let me tell you something. This to all my single parents out there, this is probably the hardest thing to do. When I tell you the emotional, mental, physical, financial, spiritual, everything is on you. And I'm what they call the true single mama. Nobody's come through the door, me and my 3 children. Okay. So, and it's been like that. Like I said, my ex-husband walked out when my twins were 4 months and Daniel was 1, and the water was cut off. So I'm laying there like, what in the world? Never thought.
Wow.
Never thought. We have been homeless in a hotel with a master's degree. Yeah. After my PhD, I've lost jobs. So when I go back to that mindset, I have been preparing and I know it wasn't about God, preparing my mindset. So my words to single parents are prepare your mindset. Work on your mindset, work on your children's mindset. Because it has been times when I have cried and been like, oh my God, how am I gonna make it? My kids will come lay over here, mama, no, we win and God got us. I needed them to speak into me the way I had spoken to them. And if you don't do nothing, as people ask me all the time, why you still single? You still, I don't have, I just, God, my focus been on my children. Okay. So it's gonna take some. She said, I make it look easy, but them 2 and 3, weeping endures for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I cannot tell you how important it is to lay hands and get some anointed oil and pray over them children. And you have got to stay connected to someone who I always ask God, this is what you need to do, single parent. Ask God. God put somebody in my life who's going to be a blessing to me as a chick. I didn't have a role model as a mama. My mom wanted me to, it was give. I mean, she had 4 or 5 husbands. I didn't have, all I knew was that wasn't how I wanted to parent. God, please make me a mama after your own heart. Whatever that looked like. Because again, I didn't have an example, but he has put women in my life to tell me that's like a mama, go pray over them. I was intentional and still intentional. And that's the word I'm going to give all my singles. Be intentional about what you're doing with your children. Do something. I don't, listen, it's been times when I was getting $150 a week. That's it. My kids would be looking at me. We eating ramen. We getting food from, when I got evicted, all our clothes was in one container. That's it. One. I was like, in the hotel, putting them in the bed, going to the bathroom floor, crying out before God, worshiping. God, I don't know what you're doing, Jesus. How in the world? I'm applying for 20 jobs a day, but still keeping God in the forefront. So I guess my word is be intentional about what you're doing and you got to put some effort in it. You got to. And I'm laughing about the teenagers because I was like, Lord, it's not easy. I'm looking at them like, what have y'all become? But because of the foundation that I put in them, and they've seen what I've gone through, it's not easy. But with God, all things are possible. Every day I say that. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, because with God, all things are possible. That's it. It is possible for you to be a single mama and get your doctorate degree. It's a GED, associate, whatever degree, to accomplish whatever you set your mind to.
There you go.
Moms, you can do it. When I was getting my PhD, when I graduated, my twins were 4 and my son was 5. And this is a true story. I just never forget. My daughter came, ran on the bed, and she said, "Mama," and I was looking like, when you start, girl, you talk like that. I had been just so like, we going to daycare, we going, I was just up 2:30, 3:30, 4:30 studying, trying to get, because all I knew was I have to have better for them. And even that degree wasn't an easy process. I got put out the program. Because, then when I got a divorce, my divorce was fine, and I kept saying, God kept putting it on, like, the word, be resilient. You got to be as a single parent. We don't give up like that. Don't give up. That's another thing. Don't give up. It look impossible, but don't give up. I went to the dean of the school. I said, you all are going to let me back in this program. Okay. Because I would not be an ABD. That's all but the dissertation. I was like, I done went to school for too long, and I have got to do this. They let me back in, and I finished. So I said all that to say it's nothing easy, but with God, all things are possible. Single parents, be intentional in your efforts. Don't give up. Tell your baby you love them. I don't care what go on. And at night, go in there and pray, cry, do what you got to do. Get up, keep it moving, keep it moving. That's my word.
Amen. Well, we thank you for your encouragement. To all the single parents that may be watching, we enjoyed you, Dr. Sheila, and we wish you blessings on your book to continue to do well on everything that you are doing, that your hands are put to. We pray that God will give you the strength in this season to go way beyond what you thought.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining Tears to Purpose Real Talk this evening.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So next up, we have Ja'Cory Wiley coming to the Tears to Purpose Real Talk virtual stage. Are you here? Is he here yet, Ja'Cory? Hello.
How you doing? How you doing?
Welcome to Tears to Purpose Real Talk. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Any day above the ground is a good day for me.
Indeed, right? So we are not going to hold this up any longer. I'm going to turn you over to Mother Hubbard so she can get all the tea about you.
Welcome again, Ja'Cory.
Thank you so much.
Please introduce yourself and tell us about you.
Well, a little bit about myself. My name is Ja'Cory Wiley. Thank you so much for having me. I am a author and a speaker who just so happens to be visually impaired. When I was 5 years old, my mom told my uncle and I that we had to clean up before we could eat dinner. And, you know, I love eating dinner. And we got to cleaning. And, you know, being kids, my uncle asked if I would like to just put, you know, the rest of the things, hide the rest of the things on top of the closet. And we were hiding the rest of the things on top of the closet. And I looked back and he was throwing a picture frame on top of the closet, and the picture frame shattered. And pretty much I was looking up at the glass and it came down and cut my right eye. And that was pretty much the start of my interest in life there.
Wow. Wow. So I read in your bio that I think it was your right eye that had glass in it, and your left eye you had some type of disease in it.
Yes, ma'am. The right eye got cut by the glass, and from there I developed a rare eye disease called sympathetic ophthalmia, which my immune system doesn't view my left eye as part of the body, so it tries to attack it, and so that was something else that was interesting.
Wow, that is very interesting. My gosh. But you made it. Thank God you made it.
Oh yeah, God is good. God is good.
So now, yeah, he is good. No matter what is going on, he is good. And he will turn things around. You know how they say, it'll turn around for your good. Devil meant it for bad, turn around for your good. So that's what's happening with you. And
yes,
we thank God for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So has there a time that you were discouraged or you wanted to give up? And if so, what kept you going?
It was actually a time I went through a very crazy time period. You know, when I was like I said, I was young, going through a lot of surgeries. I was in and out of surgeries. Pain was my best friend more than happiness, you know. And you know, I lost my friends. They didn't want to be friends with me because, you know, they felt like they were gonna have to hold my hand due to the fact that I was visually impaired. So I experienced, I guess you could say, I experienced seclusion a lot. I was always secluded by myself. I really didn't have a lot of people to play with. And you know, by 10 years old, I was actually I was committing suicide. I was trying to commit suicide. And, you know, I came through I actually had a butcher's knife, and I was trying to stab myself, slice my. I was just trying to end it all. I was at that point where I felt like it was just. I would have been better to just be gone. Kids wasn't nice to me. I didn't feel like I just had anybody to speak to, so I didn't have an outlet to speak to. So it just all built up, and when I woke up the next day, after the whole situation with me trying to commit suicide, and I looked in the mirror, and I came to the realization that you know there's no rewind button. When I wake up, I'm be visually impaired. When I go to sleep, I'm be visually impaired. There's there's no rewind button. So what's the reason for letting anyone allow me to feel less than who I am? And that was pretty much the day that I started to truly live for myself. And that was the day that I really came to the realization that I would never allow anybody else to be in that situation, any kids, any adults, because there's nothing lower than that place that I was in at that point in time. And God is good. I was able to come through it, and it's not a lot of people that do come through it on the other side. So I'm blessed.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And because of what you went through, I assume that's the reason why you went into helping uh, dis- disability children with disabilities. Is that
Yes,
correct?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I always wanted to be in the medical field, but I wanted to actually do like stuff pertaining to my eyes and things like that, but they was like, you won't be able to do that. So this was my form of being in the medical field. This is my form of healing. This is my form of helping. And everybody has their form of doing everything, even in my books, all my characters just have the ways that they accomplish them things. Everyone has a special way that they do it. You just gotta find which way pertains to you.
That's it. There you go.
Yes,
You just said it all right there. By the way that pertains to you, that's the key right there.
yes, ma'am.
Good job. Good job. I'm proud of you. I'm so
Thank you
proud of
so
you.
much.
Continue on the road you're going. You're so far. I'm gonna turn you over to Elder.
So I am just amazed at your testimony. You don't hear many men coming out to tell their testimony in this way, and this is probably just a portion of what you have to say. So I am automatically just overthrown by what God has done in your life and how he's using this thing to really work it out for you. And so I see that it says that your mission is to help those who have lost their vision and dream. What does that mean to you by helping someone who's lost? Because that's deep right there. If
Yes.
they don't have no vision, or
Yeah.
they're dreaming but they're not executing. So how do you help to be able to turn that into a reality?
Okay, so a lot of people, you know, they say that they have dreams, or they say that they have aspirations. I'm here. Or some people, they lost on what they love to do. They don't have that niche. They just confused. I'm here to help you to realize what you have, or if you already have identified that vision, I'm here to help you find the different ways that you could turn that vision into a reality. A lot of people, they might love to play sports. On my end, I love to play sports too. A lot of people wouldn't allow me to have that realization for me to play sports. So I went out there and I found it myself, and I found it in the way of beat baseball, which is just like American baseball, but it's for visually impaired people. So I'm here. A lot of people don't understand that 2022 is about action, and you know everything is dead if you're not moving in actions. You got to have actions. Your visions don't get turned into a reality if you're not moving in action. So I'm here to help you find those different ways to get to your dream, get to your vision, turn it into reality, no matter what it takes. You know, I always like to say that, you know, a detour is not just on the roads. A detour can be in life too. You know, that just means that you got to find a different way to get to your dream through that detour. So that's what we do at Visions to Reality.
Absolutely. So basically you beat the odds of what other people have said against you.
Excellent.
People who tried to limit you and put you in a box, you beat those odds. And I'm telling you, that's a testimony all by itself, because many times we see someone like you or like many of these other kids that may be wheelchair bound or anything like that, and they just automatically assume that they cannot do something. And you'll be surprised how much these kids can do it and are willing to make that leap to prove to you that they can do it. You know what I'm saying? So we should never limit ourselves by what our natural, again, that's kind of thinking carnal, really. But if you flip this over to the spiritual side, we can do all things through Christ, right? So if he gives us the abilities to do it, we're going to execute it. And that's exactly what you have proven. So what's next for you? What's next for you? I know this is still a new year, still fresh. Lots of things didn't happen in January. I'm trying to tell you right now, a lot of things didn't already happen, but I still believe God is God, and I still believe he's going to show up in many more ways than people think. So for you, what are some of your goals for 2022?
I got a lot of I got a lot of goals, and we just done got into the new year. But oh man, this, like I said, 2022 is all about action. I got a plethora of books that I'm about to give it a release. I plan on releasing at least 3 books by the end of this year. I also got a few speaking events that I'm getting locked up and getting situated here that I'm gonna be getting ready to put out. It's just gonna be a big year. It's just such a big year, and God is good on all fronts, and we're just making sure that, you know, we moving forward with whatever we doing. That's just it. It's 2022 is action year. It's action. I know everybody said that they have, you know, when you come to the beginning of the year, you have your yearly devotionals, you know, this is what you're gonna do. But more than anything, we gotta understand that we gotta put everything into motion, because now you just standing still, you stagnant, you know, you got stagnant. If you got happy with where you at, you complacent, and we gotta move out of those mindsets. So that's over and done for me. I'm just making sure that I'm bringing as many people as I can along with me, you know, well, those willing, you know, because you could tell somebody anything, but it's all about will they act on it, you know. So
Well, I must say, I think Ms. Hubbard is in agreement. We both in agreement. I definitely can see you speaking on multiple platforms, especially with telling your testimony. You have such a unique testimony that I think needs to be heard everywhere. Okay. And I ain't talking about just in no books. I'm talking about everywhere. People need to hear and see what God is doing. You are a living, breathing miracle, and God is still doing these things. I think that you will be a voice for the young men that are rising up. You are a remnant voice that he's going to use in the land to proclaim what he has done in your life. That's why you're still alive. That's why you're still breathing. It's because God is saying, look at this miracle walking over here. You know, I knew you before you was formed in your mother's womb, and I knew the plans that I had set for your life. So I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be great. And we definitely want to keep in contact with you, because we need more positive men stepping up and out and telling their stories and not being afraid of telling their stories, you know? So that's it. I think it's super dope that we were able to have you on here, and you can share how God started expounding you in your writing and taking your story and helping other little kids or people that may be going through the same thing. So how can they reach you? How can they connect with you?
You can find me on my Facebook. You can follow me Jacory Wiley. You can follow me on my Instagram at Jacory Wiley. You also, my website is up. It's under construction right now. I had a little issue with, people just love to do dirt and love to do evil, but God don't bring no evil against me. So that
my
my
website
website is being rebuilt right now, but it's gonna be back up and running. www.jacorywiley.com. Yeah, and I'm on all platforms. All my books are available on all platforms. Audible, iTunes, Walmart, whatever bookstore near to you. If it's not at the bookstores, just request it and they can get it there for you.
Amen. And so what piece of inspiration, Mr. Wiley, can you leave here? Because listen, it might be somebody just like you. It might not be the same situation, but they may feel limited. They may feel boxed. What can you share with this on this platform where people will watch it now and later? What is your words of encouragement for this evening?
Okay. I like this. All right, what I want to leave you with is you don't have to have a disability, you don't have to have a physical disability to be called disabled. You could be on the way to work and have a flat tire that disabled you in some way, shape, or form. You could fail, broke your leg. You've been disabled for the past 6 months, however long it takes you to heal. Anything can happen to you, and you could be disabled for a certain amount of time. What I want you to always realize is that you gotta look at everything with a different outlook. Don't be closed-minded. Have a different outlook on the way that you.
That's right.
A disability only affects you the way that you allow it to affect you. I didn't allow it to take over me as some others would. It doesn't have to be something major that affects you. It could be something small, and some people just lose their mind and their thought process. It's all about the way that you attack the disability when it comes at you. So make sure that you standing on top and not on bottom. When your test comes, when your trial comes, all these things are meant to make you strong in some way, shape, or form. Are you gonna pass the test? Are you gonna fail? Are you gonna be stronger? Are you gonna weaken? These are the things, these are the questions that that come to you, and these are the things that a disability will bring to you. And you don't have to have a physical form just like me. Like I said, you could have a flat tire. Are you mad? Are you distraught? You can't change it on flat tire. You gonna change that flat tire when it's time? How are you gonna come at it? So that's what I want to leave you with.
Well said. Well said. So we thank you, Jacory Wiley. Your name is gonna ring bells in the land. So we already know this is not the last that we will hear of you and all the great things that you're going to do and impacting your community and places around you and people around you. So
young man.
You all for blessings.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Blessings. So thank you for joining us on Tears to Purpose Real Talk.
Thank you so much. It was awesome to be here.
All right. So we are at the end of our show for today. Miss Hubbard, you tickle pink over there. This was a good show. Great show. Great show today.
Thank you. You have a beautiful smile. Continue to smile because your smile is so beautiful. Wow. I am. Oh my gosh. That young man really blessed me. He really did. And I know he's going to a lot of other people. He's awesome. That's all I can say. Awesome.
Yes, he is. So for those of you that are tuning in and you guys are blessed by Tears of Purpose Real Talk, this show and all the things that we are bringing, or blessed by this ministry period, you have an opportunity to sow, and that's at Cash App $ Tears to Purpose Real Talk, or you can go on Givelify and find Tears to Purpose Monologue Ministries and so there as well. So also keep in mind that we do have our Marriage and Single Summit coming up this week on February 11th and 12th. We are kicking off on both nights. We have the singles night on Friday, and we have the marriage night on Saturday at 2 p.m. starting at 2 p.m. So if you need that information, I really started posting the link on my page, but if you need it again, let me know. You can inbox. If you would like to be on the show, make sure that you contact me at barnettlakia@gmail.com. And I want to give a shout out to all of the sponsors so far who is helping Tears to Purpose. We are getting ready to push out our very first film, Why Didn't I Listen, coming soon. And we thank God for what he's doing. Okay, this is a must-see film. It's a short film that's getting ready to drop that is literally going to open your eyes to what grieves the Father. Okay, and yes, your whole family can see this movie. So if you want to be a part and you are a small business author, if you sell jewelry, if you sell any of these things and you want to sponsor in some way, we are still looking for sponsors. Help us push the kingdom of God through the arts, because that's what this is. It's all visual. And God has given us something to be great and to get his word out in a different kind of way. So you can also email me at barnettlakia@gmail.com for that as well. And don't forget to tune in to Theater and Word. That will be going down on February the 19th. You do not want to forget it, at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Our Theater and Words have been cranking. Okay. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss this becoming either. Okay. All right. So we are excited about what God is doing. And don't forget, Tears to Purpose needs your help. If you was a car dealership, you own a car dealership, you got car vans, brand new things connected to folk. Listen, we as a 501c3 hunties, we need your help with our van. Right, Miss Hubbard?
That's right. 14 passenger van. You can write it off. We need it. You will bless us and we'll appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. So that is our time, and we hope that you have enjoyed the time with us and our lovely guests, Dr. Sheila Truelove and Jacory Wiley. Okay, you guys have a great night, and we will see you again next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye.
Entrepreneurs, experts, Christian relationship experts, that is, people in ministry that have a phenomenal story, all kinds of business owners, from restaurants to beauty to financial side. We